Have you ever felt like everyone else has life figured out, while your brain is still asking, wait, why am I like this? You overthink small things. You notice things nobody talks about. You question yourself even after doing something right. And because of that, you might think you're not that smart. But psychology says something surprising. Sometimes, the signs of intelligence don't look like confidence. They look like doubt. They look like curiosity. They look like silently understanding things before you can even explain them. So here are the signs you're smarter than you think. Number 1, you question your own thoughts. Most people believe the first thought that enters their mind. But smart people often pause and ask, is this actually true, or am I just reacting? You don't blindly trust your emotions. You analyze them. When someone is rude to you, your mind doesn't just say, they hate me. It also asks, maybe they're stressed. Maybe I misunderstood. Maybe there's more to this. This can feel exhausting, but it shows mental depth. Because intelligence is not just knowing answers. It's knowing that your first answer might not be the final one. Number 2, you notice patterns in people. You can sense when someone's energy changes. You notice when a person says, I'm fine, but their tone says something else. You remember small details. Their usual texting style. Their body language. The way their smile feels different today. And sometimes you don't even know how to explain it. You just feel that something is off. That's not overthinking every time. Sometimes, that's pattern recognition. Your brain is quietly collecting emotional data and connecting dots before others even see the dots. That's why you may understand people faster than they expect. Number 3, you feel stupid because you know how much you don't know. This is one of the biggest signs. Less aware people often feel overly confident. They think they know everything. But intelligent people see how big the world is. The more you learn, the more you realize how much is still unknown. So you may say things like, I'm not sure. I could be wrong. I need to understand this better. And people may mistake that for weakness. But actually, that is intellectual honesty. A truly smart mind doesn't pretend to know everything. It stays open. Number 4, you get bored by shallow conversations. You can talk normally. You can joke around. You can be social. But deep inside, you crave conversations that feel meaningful. You don't always want gossip. You don't always want surface-level updates. You want to know why people behave the way they do, what they fear, what they dream about, what changed them. That's why small talk can drain you. Not because you think you're better than others, but because your mind naturally searches for depth. You want connection, not just noise. Number 5, you learn from tiny moments. Some people only learn from big failures. But you learn from one sentence, one awkward silence, one mistake, one reaction. You replay situations not only to suffer, but to understand. Why did I respond like that? What should I do differently next time? What was that person really trying to say? Yes, sometimes this becomes overthinking. But the deeper reason is this. Your brain is constantly trying to improve itself. That self-correction is a powerful sign of intelligence. Number 6, you can see both sides of a situation. When people argue, they often choose one side quickly. But your mind does something different. You understand why one person is hurt, and also why the other person reacted that way. You can see the emotional logic behind both sides. And because of this, making decisions can become hard. Not because you're confused, but because your mind sees complexity. Smart people don't always see life in black and white. They see the gray areas. And living in the gray area takes emotional and mental strength. Number 7, you adapt without realizing it. Think about how many times life changed you. You went through situations you didn't know how to handle, but somehow you adjusted. You learn how to talk differently around different people. You learn when to stay silent. You learn when to protect your peace. You learn what kind of energy to avoid. That's intelligence too. Not every intelligence is found in exams. Some intelligence is survival. Some intelligence is emotional awareness. Some intelligence is knowing when to walk away. If life has forced you to grow quietly, your mind has been learning more than you think. Number 8, you don't follow the crowd blindly. When everyone likes something, you still ask, but do I actually like it? When everyone believes something, you still wonder, is this really true? You may not always say it out loud, but internally, you question trends, opinions, and social pressure. This doesn't mean you are rebellious for no reason. It means your mind wants authenticity. You don't want to copy a life. You want to understand your own. And that independent thinking is one of the clearest signs of intelligence. Number 9, you are sensitive to details. You may notice a small change in someone's mood, a small mistake in a plan, a hidden meaning in a sentence, a pattern in something others ignore. And sometimes people tell you, you think too much. But many smart people are detail sensitive. Their brain processes more information than average. That's why crowded places may drain you. That's why unclear messages bother you. That's why you can't easily ignore things that feel unfinished. Your mind is not weak. It's active, sometimes too active, but still active for a reason. Number 10, you don't feel smart all the time. This may sound strange, but many intelligent people secretly doubt themselves because they compare their behind-the-scenes confusion with everyone else's outside confidence. They see others speaking loudly, deciding quickly, acting sure, and they think, maybe I'm the only one who doesn't know what I'm doing. But confidence and intelligence are not the same thing. Some people sound smart because they speak fast. Some people are smart because they think deeply, and deep thinking is often quiet. So if you doubt yourself, question things, notice patterns, feel different, and constantly try to understand life better, you may not be less intelligent. You may simply be more aware. And awareness doesn't always feel like a gift at first. Sometimes it feels like anxiety. Sometimes it feels like loneliness. Sometimes it feels like your brain never turns off. But the same mind that makes you overthink also helps you understand. The same mind that notices pain also notices truth. The same mind that questions everything is the mind that keeps growing. So don't judge your intelligence only by marks, money, confidence, or how loudly you speak. Sometimes the smartest people are the ones sitting quietly, observing everything, understanding more than they say, and still wondering, am I smart enough? And maybe the fact that you ask that question is already one of the signs.